Harmony Tiny Homes. We're here at the Southwest Florida Tiny House Expo. Got a house custom built for a client that after next week we're going to do the show in outside of St. Augustine, but we'll be taking this house to the client at Village of the Wildflowers in North Carolina. So I wanted to just give you a quick tour and see what you think. All right, we're inside now. This is a 24-foot house, approximately 270 square feet if you count the loft. About 12,000 pounds in weight, and like I said, this is built for a client, so this is built to her specifications. Some people have noticed there's no cooking appliance. She's just going to supply her own 2-burner induction cooktop and a microwave, so she'll have that when we get there to deliver the house. But this is one thing we've started doing in our kitchens. This is it's an epoxy resin product that we put over plywood, and it simulates a stone look that saves weight. It's just basically the weight of plywood. It's also flexible. It's not brittle like stone would be. So as far as traveling, it's good for that. And it's just really, we've had some really good responses from people out of this countertop. People just really seem to love it. So it's something we're going to try to start including. We can get all kind of different looks out of it. We've got, this is just a great IKEA sink here. Plenty of room in it. We've got the nice apron front on it, and really pretty good bargain too. IKEA has some really good things for tiny houses as far as that goes. All right, next here we've got just some storage steps that we like to build, and we try to work in and get some basic storage in it, but we also don't try to overthink it. I try to tell my clients we can't figure out exactly how you're going to use everything from the get-go. The best thing to do is kind of get in the house and live in it, and as you live in it, you'll figure out how to, some slight modifications as far as storage goes. But this works back. We just got several places of storage. This, she may, if she needs the extra hanging storage, that could be, could be a rod added there. Behind the fridge, we worked in some hanging closet space. Got the also got the sliding barn door here that kind of slides across. We'll step back here to the bathroom. This is one of the larger, maybe not the largest, but one of the larger bathrooms that we've done in a tiny house. This client wanted this the 4-foot shower unit with the seat, just to kind of help with some mobility issues, and so we worked that in and kind of built things around that for her. But behind the closet here, we've got it behind the shower. We've got another closet with some storage underneath. Underneath, that's where the tankless gas water heater is. We start here with a standard flush toilet. And of course, that's what the client wanted. But also, what we tend to go with a standard flush or encourage that up front, because it's easier to convert from a standard flush to a composting if that's what somebody chooses down the road, than vice versa, because the plumbing will already be there. We go ahead and add a plug behind the toilet. Some of the commercial composting toilets have a fan in them, so that plug is there if somebody wants to convert to that. Here we're moved to the vanity. This is the same type of top that we did in the kitchen. Same plywood and epoxy with a nice little IKEA sink again on top of it. Works out really well. Has a really neat look to it. And of course, the wall sheathing, I didn't mention that earlier. This is all 3/8 inch BC plywood that we rip to width and then run through a dado blade front and back so that we can make this joint, this shiplap joint, and then put that up. And people seem to really like that with the light color. Kind of enlarges things a little bit, makes things a little bit bigger. Light fixtures here. This is all just this is what the client chose. I think most of these are just our Lowe's light fixtures. We try to use LED wherever possible to lower the load. This house, the largest electricity demands on this house are the air conditioner is about 9 or 10 amps. The refrigerator is 7.5 or so. And other than that, basically everything is LED, so it's just very low draw. Most people would estimate the monthly power bill on a house like this at about $30. So it's very, very efficient, particularly with one thing you can't see behind the walls is the closed cell foam insulation that we like to use. It just really insulates well and air seals very well too. so that once you heat or cool the air inside the house, you can keep it there as long as possible. You're not losing it to the outside environment with another type of insulation. So, all right, we're here in the loft now. This client opted for just a full bed. There's room actually up here for definitely for a queen, probably even get a king in here. And around the back side of the wall here, we've got another IKEA find, a little 4-drawer dresser that works out really well to put all your folding things. You've got egress window here, plenty of room to get out, and then another ventilation window on the back. So this one is definitely covered up with windows, plenty of ventilation, and just keeps the air moving, keeps everything nice and fresh. If you don't want to run the air conditioner, you can just open the windows up, turn the fans on, and keep everything moving. All right, we're here in the living area now. This is a vinyl laminate flooring that we like to use because it doesn't have the fiber products in it, so it has a greater resistance to moisture, any kind of problems, spills and whatnot, that sometimes some of the cellulose-based laminates will have an issue with. So we kind of steer clear of those and try to go with these. This is another find. This is a find from the client. This actually folds down to guest sleeping like this on both ends, so that works out really well. And I'm Brian with Harmony Tiny Homes. You can find us online, harmonytinyhomes.com. Also Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Harmony Tiny Homes.